everything to start up, and there it is. It is Monday, December 2nd, 2019. It's 9:39 a.m. here in Arizona. This is the Satoshi Nakamoto UFO flying over the planet and dropping the BTC bomb on the centralized fiat currency system and then covering it in peaceful revolution. Isn't that beautiful? This is by Lucho. He did the show logo also. Just wanted to, start the show with this today because, well, it's just darn beautiful. Way to cheer up on a Monday. All right. It is a green and a red market. Bitcoin is down 0.3%. It's coming in at 7,295. ETH is down almost 4%. Litecoin is down 2.16%. XRP, the banker's coin, is down 1.44%. But note, Algo is up 6%, XMR 1.5%, and VET up 12%. And you know who was in on those calls? People at Blockchain Education. Those are actually calls that have come out recently. Just wanted to note, do my little commercial early in the show. I'm a member of Blockchain Education. I have been for 2 years. You know what? No matter what the market is doing, altcoin season or not, Bitcoin pumping or dumping, there's always green coins. And Blockchain Education is scanning the market, finding those, putting them out in calls. There's a hybrid trading system if you want to be auto-entered. If not, you can do it manually. You can choose what calls you want to be in and not be in, and you can enter and exit manually. That is totally fine, but you can always get in early if you want to have the hybrid trading system turned on. Okay, infomercial done. I hope you come and join up. There's an affiliate link in the description. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat. I'll see you there. But back to this. It is a mix of a red and a green market today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, look at that dump today on the daily. Big old red candle this morning, and the MACD has turned negative. S&P 500, big old red candle, and the MACD has turned negative. Russell 2000 index, big old red candle, and the MACD is just striving to stay on the positive side. But the histogram is definitely closing, not looking in its favor. I'm not sure what's up this Cyber Monday, but market's taking a little bit of a dump early on. Dow Jones Industrial Average has lost that amazing high of being above 28,000. Tether into Bitcoin, 1.73 billion. Tether into Ethereum, 558 million. All right, Bitcoin market cap of 132 billion, and real volume last 24 hours across the top 10 exchanges is 243 million. That's below 300 million, so we're not even mediocre. This is really low volume today. All right, Bitcoin dominance at 68%. Total to the altcoin market cap is 61 billion. Longs versus shorts. Total of Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance is 60% longs and then 39.99% shorts. Bitfinex, way more longs than shorts. BitMEX, slightly more shorts than longs. And Binance, 35% longs and 64% shorts. Current market sentiment for Bitcoin here on Blockchain Whispers is indecisive. All right, looking at Bitcoin on the 2-hour chart, let's look at that first. Now, 2-hour chart is, we were kind of getting some green EMAs in the Super Guppy indicator here, but now they rolled over red, and then again, all the EMAs are red on the Super Guppy indicator. The MACD is really, really tight. It is indecisive, and the SAR indicator is showing a downtrend. This is a 2-hour, just kind of showing immediate price action, what is going on the 2-hour. We are pretty darn neutral. We are not pumping. Let's look at the 1 hour to see if we can discern something from that. 1 hour MACD is positive, and the SAR indicator is positive. We are hovering around. We are really working on that 200 moving average, the white line there. So we shall see if we can get above that and start making some traction. That would be good for a Monday. Looking at the 2-hour, we are below the 200 moving average, and looking at the 4-hour, we are definitely. Let it render here. Definitely way below the 200 moving average. So at least for immediate price action, I like to look at the 2-hour to have a little bit of confidence in which direction things are going to go. It really looks indecisive at the moment, but on a slight downtrend. But on the hour, we are showing at least a little bit of cohesion there, sticking to that 200 moving average, and the MACD has just turned positive, and the SAR indicator down here is positive, so we shall see. We are starting the Monday sideways. No definitive movement if you ask me. This is the CMA futures if you care, and on the daily we have had a couple of days of, well, two last days, well, 2 days in a row we had green candles, but today we're starting a red one. Not surprising looking at the Dow Jones, S&P, and Russ, but the MACD is negative, but it looks like it is continuing to turn positive. That histogram is closing, so let us see. That's CMA futures on the daily. Bitcoin. Now, we were watching last week and we were celebrating with great reverie, great joy when we got above this 618 fib line. But unfortunately, we are wicking back down to it today. Are we going to bounce or are we going to go past it? If we go past it, below it, well, we'll look into that and what's going to happen if that happens. Looking at the daily, of course, we are still below the 200 moving average, the 21 weekly EMA, and the 50 MA. So we are below all of those. Let's look at the MACD. MACD has just turned positive. That histogram has been closing. It's just starting to get on the positive side of things. It's opening up. So let's see. This is a big deal. The daily MACD tends to hold a lot of weight with Bitcoin. So if we have turned positive there, we can keep that histogram widening. You know, for the people who are longing, for the hodlers, that is definitely a time to rejoice. And the wave trend oscillator, which I do link to in the show notes, is positive right now, but it's quite borderline. Anyway, let's keep on going. We shall see about this. Some do think that we are on the biggest kind of bullish flag channel ever seen on the planet ever. We shall see. We are sticking to it, and we're still sticking to it. So let's see how that works out in the next coming days. So if we break that 618 over here, you know, if we can't stay above that, the 618 is right around, 7,200 or 7,100. So if we don't stick to that and we break below that, then we know we could be heading down to 64, 6,500, where we do have some support and resistance in the chart. There really is, looking at the VPVR, you know, we're already below 8,000, where we had a lot of support and resistance in the chart, and VPVR volume, you know, buy-sell volume. We did touch down to the 64, 6,500, and, you know, working our way up. I was hoping we would, you know, get that magnetic attraction that the 8K range would hold us, but right now, this morning at least, you know, we are not looking super positive at 7,308. So hopefully we can get back up to 7,400, 7,600 today. Excuse me, and maybe let that magnetic pull of 8K keep us moving up. But if not, really, I mean, our next major support and resistance, to me, as I see things, is around 6,400, 6,500. And if we, you know, don't stick to that, then, well, down to 5. Really, but I wouldn't panic because it's Bitcoin. We could be up here at 10K. Anyway, these are these major areas of support and resistance I'm seeing. And I think, as you can see, for a while, we were playing between 8K and 10K in here, and now it looks like we're playing between 8K and 64, 6,500. So let us see, or maybe 8K and 72, 7,300. Really, we need to, you know, for me to feel good this week, we really need to bounce off the 618 fib line and get moving up here. We need to be hanging out here with a .5 around 8,500, I think, to see some, you know, for me to feel like we are bullish again right now. We are just, Bitcoin is sideways, Bitcoin is kind of flaccid. Big news. A Ethereum developer, this guy, Ethereum Foundation researcher, charged for aiding North Korea. Anyway, this is a good article to read, and I think that, you know, all things in politics, none of it just happens. I think this is really a political move. This is posturing when it comes to regulation of cryptocurrencies. This poor character, Virgil Griffith, he did some dumb things, but unfortunately, I think he's ending up falling the victim of political posturing when it comes to regulation of cryptos. That's just my opinion. If you so desire, check this article out. I think this is just something to keep an eye on, and I see this as really political posturing, and unfortunately, this political posturing, I think, even though Virgil Griffith did something very, very dumb, unfortunately, they're destroying this character's life, and I don't know. I'm not all for this. I think it's kind of messed up, and it makes me think of Buckminster Fuller. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Well, I tell you what, That is true, and Buckminster Fuller is one of my heroes, and he's completely right. But that existing model is going to do crap like this and destroy people's lives. Sorry for a little bit of negativity there, but just realize the peaceful revolution is beautiful. It's happening. It's going to win, but don't do things that are so obviously stupid like this virtual guy did. Young man, and he ruined his life. All right, like I said, I'm a member of Blockchain Education, and I've been a member for 2 years. It's helped make me lots of money, and beyond that, it is where you can learn to trade. You can learn the Blockchain Education method of trading. It works. I use it. You can just sit back and watch a couple hours of videos, and you will be comparing charts in the 24-hour chart room with other traders of all skill levels, but there's always experts in there to check what you're thinking, and you know what? You're going to be one of those experts in a matter of less time than you might think. So hey, join the team, come in for the big win, because hey, you know what? Some of us were into Algo, XMR, and VET, and we're doing really, really well, even though the market is mixed and definitely kind of sideways big picture today. Obstacles can't stop you, weather can't stop you, heartbreak can't stop you, failure can't stop you, only you can stop you. Keep hammering, guys. This is a rough market right now, but you're a warrior. Keep at it. You're a badass. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for sticking with cryptocurrency. Thanks for sticking with the peaceful revolution. Thanks for chiming in today. Again, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you tomorrow.